Welcome back. Crypto Rico here with another one. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Put on that bell notification so you too could be notified when we're over here experiencing the abundance of money, man. You guys do not want to miss out. Also, don't miss out on the $100 giveaway. Simply like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, tag me and a friend on Twitter. That's simple, that easy. Win the $100. Use the tips and tricks in the video to make it grow, or simply go spend it. None of this is financial advice. I'm bringing financial awareness to a crypto space that is changing on the hour, every hour. With that being said and out the way, what's up, FEG Army? We did it. I mean, we pulled back. Somebody sold a big bag, and I was not feeling it. I know the rest of the FEG Army was not feeling that. That's why I dropped a video calling on the FEG Army, and I have to say, shout out to the official FEG, for retweeting my tweet, because the whole FEG Army did pull up. So shout out to the official FEG on Twitter, and I just really appreciate that. And we got some positive price movement right now. We're moving in the right direction. This is the support now. So we know this. We got to be transparent. We got to be honest with ourselves. This open dialogue is what's really helping us move forward and stuff. So we hit that 42 mark, 42.51, which is one heck of a pullback. And we have to put that line there because we all watched it. And it was irritating for a little bit to see people selling bags at a wrong time. So right now we got this support that we created. I don't see us going back down here again. The momentum in the market has picked up. And you also can tell because we made newer highs when we were making the lower highs or whatnot. So when we went up, we came back down. It was higher than this one, obviously. And the same as for this one, and so forth and so forth. These are still making, higher lows. So this is telling us that the market is in a bullish trend right now because, we zoom in really quick. Notice how the crosses are very tight right now as well. When we had that crossover, we stood cruising above, it crossed back and forth. That's why it's good to watch the crosses because notice how on the MACD, for my entry, I like everything to line up perfect. So, a nice yank back, the dot just switched over, the line just crossed over. But when I'm holding this position, I want you guys to understand like my train of thought because, the entry and exit are very important, but also keeping your emotions in check during this ride. And that's what these indicators actually do. They let you take the human emotion out of these trades because otherwise it can get difficult at times, So on my entry, let's say this was my entry, coming in when the cross moved over to the other side, I see the blue line cross the white one, we get buying pressure, right? But notice how it crossed back over here, and likewise over here, and the MACD was still, and it started to show selling pressure. This is where I use the SAR line very closely because I would still be holding because the crosses never got very separated from each other. Remember, I always talk about how they get separated. Look how choppy they are right now. That's because the market right now, it's unsure of where we're going to make to zero. People are taking profits, going back and forth. There's a lot of new investors in this, and we have to understand that. That's why I'm dropping these videos because I want people to understand so they don't panic sell. Because all the people that have been panic selling, you guys have been getting, you guys got out of your position basically. And the people who held, and shout out to the people that are in my money bag alerts. Those that are signed up for my money bag alerts, because we're talking in there, we got a dialogue, we're holding, we were getting our reflections, we know what's up, we looked at some other projects together, and we're having an open dialogue, and that's what I want to do. And also I got a course coming out so you guys can know about the technical analysis and everything like that, but I'm going to do it where the only way you can get the course is if you get my money bag alerts. So like that I know that you're serious, and like that you're trying what I'm teaching you on projects that I know are going to succeed. And I don't want you to get the course and then you go try it on a rug pull or something like that, and then you feel like you wasted your time, and more importantly, you felt like you wasted your money. So it's going to be an exclusive course. If you're really rocking with me, you really appreciate everything that I'm doing, and you guys I got some people, we did over 700% gains on one of the alerts that I did. So if you join up, just ask them. So the proof is there. For the ones that were watching FEG, we didn't sell at all. We're holding our position, and I know that we're happy that we did that. And that's why those money bag alerts are pretty cool, because while we're holding FEG, because we're part of the FEG Army, shout out to the FEG Army once again. You guys pulled up, man. I need to sound that alarm a lot more often if we need to, because that was serious, man. My Twitter blew up, emails blew up, everything blew up. So together we're always going to be strong and stuff. So right now, but on that holding the FEG, I'm going to have other alerts that are not tied to FEG where we're still going to be making positive gain. We made, no cap, over 700% gains. That's serious. That's not like a little bit of money. You could have put it any amount that you wanted, and there was a chance 782% gains to be exact. So it's closer to the 800 gains than anything. But nevertheless, let's see our new support that we got right here. We got this support right here on the 42.55. Remember, now we got these lower highs. This is something I would have been paying attention to. We're going to pretend like if I got into the trade right here, and what's my ideas and what I'm thinking along this trade motion and what's going on, and how I weigh my options and stuff. And one is with the SAR line. Even though the MACD showed selling pressure and cross back over, if I don't see these crosses get very separated, I know that they're just shaking people off the tree right now. They're shaking all the weak leaves. And then another thing is that you got to remember that every time it makes a higher low, that's the indication that we're, in a bullish trend. So obviously the MACD is just getting a little bit of pressure. It's a very great tool, very great indicator. I mean, I won't trade without it, but I like the SAR line because it calms down a little bit of the guessing game. And this is a perfect example right here as well. Notice that, let's say I was staying in, and I'm using the logic that, even though the MACD did all of this, crossing the lines back and forth and even showing selling pressure, the reason I stood in, one, even when the crossed over, they were not very separated when it did so. And also when it did it, the MACD already had a curl going up, and it was a higher low than the last one before. So that's still a bullish trend. And right now, what we're doing right now, this pullback, this is natural. That's why I want you guys to learn this, pick this up, because there was people, new investors at one point, that they see this and they're like, whoa, we just hit an all-time high, maybe I should take my profit now before we go back down. And they don't understand that it's healthy for a chart to move in these type of these type of moves that it does. It's up down, and the way that you identify it is simply by knowing these little tips and tricks. The lower highs, using the indicators. And also you have to understand there's a psychological barrier. Like right now, FEG is going to be moving to go erase that zero again. We did it last week. We had a good run. And right now, there's always going to be psychological barriers at like the dollar mark, $1.50, $2, and so forth. That's just an example. So right now, we're at the 50s. We broke 50s. We're into 60s. We're going to go erase that zero. That zero. Picture that one when we go and roll over to that one. That's like $1 or so. So then that next resistance, you can almost guess that's going to be at the $1.50 mark, almost like right here, but with a 1 added. So I'm just letting you guys know what's up. And I also just really want to say thank you. When I called on the FEG army, that's pretty cool. I don't know a lot of tokens that can do that, do a call for a whole army, and they actually pull up. So, I mean, the numbers definitely showed on my Twitter every way possible. So I appreciate you guys, all the support. And right now we're coming down. So when we're watching this right now, we're on a 15-minute chart, of course. Right now we're making support, give or take right there at the 59.59. Sounds like a good number. So we got this support, and we're going back high. And we already know that we're going to test this right here. And we're moving natural. This low is definitely higher than all the other lows. So we're still in a bullish trend. The way we'll notice when the trend will change is when it hits right here, this prior resistance that made us do this natural motion just to get momentum to go back up. If we get rejected right here again, that's when we start to go back down. I don't suggest we do that. I say the bulls step in. I say FEG army stay strong, hold the line, and let's keep going. Spread the word. Let everybody know what's going on with FEG, man. We're about to take off, man. Do not miss out. Just keep loading your bags. And if you can't keep loading your bags, at least you get reflections. And your bag is being loaded no matter what. And FEG is going to take off. There's so many projects being listed on the FEG exchange. Like, I want people to peep game when it comes to how many people are being listed on FEGex. There are tokens that are they're working their way, and all they want to do is to get listed on FEGex. So, yeah, you guys know what's coming. Continue to come back. Experience the abundance of money with me. Till next time. Later.